Intermittent fasting is an effective solution to lose weight, improve your health, and increase longevity. But there's one minor issue that most of you may experience: hunger. So, we're here to give you 4 beneficial tips on how to reduce your hunger during intermittent fasting. Tip number 1. Eat enough food during your eating window. Even though the key factor of intermittent fasting is the timing of your eating and fasting schedules, what and especially how much you eat is just as important as when you eat. Remember that fasting isn't a free passport to eat junk food. We recommend you stick to high-quality, low-carb, and high-fat meals in between fasts. Focus on nutrient-dense foods like fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts, beans, seeds, as well as dairy and lean proteins. By the way, there was a study that showed you could smell dark chocolate to kill your hunger. Crazy, right? We can't guarantee that you won't eat it while smelling it, but you can give it a try. Just let us know how it worked. Anyway, back to healthy meal choices. Choosing the right foods will stabilize your blood sugars, give you satiety, and make fasting smoother. But remember that consistency is key to maintaining a successful intermittent fasting routine. The food quantity and portion size matter just as much as the quality of food you put into your body. You don't have to obsessively count calories, but you do need to make sure you eat enough to make it through your next fasting window. If you're really hungry because you didn't eat a full meal, you're much more likely to break your fast, which means you will fall out of fat-burning mode. Tip number 2. Stay busy. You'll probably agree that when you're bored, your eat all the food reflex kicks in, even when you aren't really hungry, especially when you start eating in front of the TV. Oh boy, then we have a real problem. Now imagine you're in a fasting state and you're bored to death. It'll naturally make your fasting harder since you'll have all this time to think about nothing but food. What we strongly suggest is to make your fasting periods as busy as possible to stay on track. Try to schedule your activities during your fasting periods. When you feel hunger pangs, take a long walk. A brisk walk isn't just an enjoyable distraction, but it also maximizes the fat-burning effects when you're fasting. So go ahead and combine those two for your best results. Another thing you can distract yourself with is doing household chores, such as cleaning or gardening. I know you're giving a deep sigh right now because it may not sound like a fun activity, but believe us, it'll keep you focused on something other than your hunger and help you maintain a cleaner, more organized home. But well, if your home is already sparkling clean, you can also do work-related tasks you've been putting off, such as finishing that report or responding to some emails. And before getting to all those activities before starting your fasting window, put a close sign on the fridge, just for your own sake. Tip number 3. Build a regular sleeping schedule. Sleep is more important to intermittent fasting than you can possibly imagine. Studies show that sleep is one of the key factors in controlling your appetite as it helps regulate ghrelin, the appetite-stimulating hormone. Lack of sleep leads to higher ghrelin levels, which is why you may feel hungrier when you are sleep-deprived. Building a steady and regular sleep schedule will help you balance your hormone levels, minimize food cravings, decrease inflammation in your whole body, and boost your weight loss results. When you get proper sleep, you'll feel more energized during the day and handle stress easier. So, there are a few effective ways to improve your sleep quality. Don't eat at least 3 hours before going to bed, and make sure your bedroom is well ventilated. Also, stick to a regular bedtime schedule and don't go to sleep too late. We know you like to scroll on your phone before bedtime, but try to avoid it. Read a book instead. Tip number 4. Stay hydrated. The simplest, easiest, and healthiest method to stave off hunger while fasting is to consume adequate amounts of fluid, especially water. Thirst can often be confused with a feeling of hunger, so keep yourself hydrated. In fact, filling up on good, clean water will be your #1 weapon to fight hunger. It can also give a physical feeling of fullness, which will help with true hunger pangs. If you find it difficult to drink water, especially in the morning, drink sugarless tea or coffee. Similarly to water, a hot beverage will not only give you a sense of fullness, but will also occupy the hand-to-mouth action, making you feel like you have eaten. By the way, an interesting fact, one of the studies shows that a small amount of cayenne pepper will reduce your hunger, since it causes a shock to your body in a sense that reduces your hunger. So, you can spice up your coffee or green tea with a small pinch of cayenne pepper that will help fight your hunger pangs. Just don't overindulge it if you have issues with your stomach, because it may cause a tummy ache. Alright, so when you start intermittent fasting, just prepare for hunger, but don't be afraid of it. Make our suggested ways a habit, and soon, you'll notice that hunger pangs were just a short-term inconvenience. If you want to find out more about how to reduce your hunger by choosing the right drinks, check out the video Top 6 Drinks That Make Your Fasting Easier. And if you feel that your emotions increase your hunger levels, see the video How to Fight Emotional Eating. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to Health Insider. More videos are about to come.